David Hogg is out there now. I've actually been meaning to talk about this for a few days. He's out there now calling for another boycott of 15 financial firms over their investment in gun manufacturers. This is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. Honestly, one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Washington Free Beacon. Gun control activist David Hogg on Tuesday called for the boycott of at least 15 financial firms because of their investments in gun manufacturers. Now, let me ask you this question. What in the hell do any of these financial firms have to do with a mass shooter walking into a public place and killing innocent people? What do they have to do with anything? Well, they fund people who make guns, who get their hands on those guns and then kill innocent people. What? I mean, the logic here alone is just so utterly stupid. It's so stupid. You're going to go after the people who fund the gun manufacturers, who make the guns to sell to the gun stores, to sell to people, some of whom might use that gun for killing innocent people. Is that the logic here? And we're supposed to believe that this David Hogg kid is, a bright, up-and-coming young person? Are you kidding me? This person's out there on the news and stuff. The liberals are holding this idiot up. This David Hogg? Kid's a joke. What the hell do financial firms that invest in gun manufacturers have to do with a mass shooter? They're not to blame. Gun manufacturers aren't to blame. Gun stores themselves aren't to blame, unless, of course, they did something illegal with the sale of that weapon. The only one to blame, folks, is the shooter. See, this is just so stupid. It's illogical. Hogg, an 18-year-old student who survived the February mass shooting at Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, used his Twitter platform to push for the boycott of 15 financial firms, specifically the Vanguard Group and BlackRock. Hogg then tweeted out a list of 15 financial firms, instructing his followers to, quote, feel free to tag these companies. While the tweet does not say which gun manufacturers the financial institutions have investments in or a source for the data, the screenshots appear to show the number of shares the firms have in the gun manufacturers. See, folks, you know what this reveals to me? In addition, well, we already knew that David Hogg was a dunce, but and he's coming out with a book, by the way, just so you know, Never Again, with a hashtag in front of it. You know what this reveals to me? This reveals to me that despite the fact that David Hogg goes out there and he tries to, make it seem like he's a moderate when it comes to firearms. He really does. I've heard several different segments and clips and so forth of David Hogg saying, look, everybody, we're not coming to take your guns away. We respect the Second Amendment. We want to uphold the Second Amendment. We just want common sense reform. Just like every other typical left-wing politician out there. That's what he does. But the reality, folks, is that this guy, David Hogg, is a far-left extremist. That's what he is. That's what he is. I'm sorry, there's no way to get around it. He is as anti-gun, as anti-Second Amendment as it gets. He's not moderate. There's nothing common sense, independent about him. So he's a centrist. Really? He's not. This David Hogg, in addition to being utterly nonsensical, illogical even, he's an extremist. He really is. Go after the financial firms who are funding these gun manufacturers. How stupid can you be? I'm sorry. Hi everyone, thanks for checking out my video. If you want to show your support, click on the thumbs up icon below this video, leave a comment, tell me what you thought, and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all of my latest content. Thanks again, and God bless.